You're greatly welcome to Future Setters Institute. To the creativity, how to unleash your potential, what it takes to unleash your potential. And we said that in creativity, innovation can actually unleash everyone's potential. Trust me, I know you are filled, you are wondering, how can I unleash my potential? How can I become the best version of myself? That is where creativity comes. So what is my uniqueness? What is that thing that makes me different? What makes my name mentioned in a place where so many persons have gathered? These are questions we continue to ask ourselves. And today we have a very great speaker. Trust me, you'll be so happy to witness her, to hear from her, from my experience, as many great things like that. But before we start, I would love you all to know about these important points. I would love you to know as to be creative, that you were given a brain so that you can think, you can function, you can do things differently. So don't be the normal person, the person that sits just there, just sit down, and is so just way things just comes to him. He accepts it the way he wants it. No, we're not supposed to accept things the way it comes. We're supposed to create an atmosphere or create a system that can actually bring us out and make us new or useful in that place. Oh, your name is mentioned. Oh, good at this, good at that. That means it's innovative, it's getting what people think of him. So you have a mind of God. God gave you a mind that is unique, that you have something what people stand that can change people's lives. If truly you've not really but if own in people's lives, and yes, this is what makes Victor different. This is what makes Victor different from Oli. What makes Victor different from Nazmo. This is what makes Victor different from King. Because Victor has been able to find what he loves. And he's now creative, trying to solve problems using what he loves. That's what makes me different. So I should be able to find my creative spots. We are filled with so much power. We are filled with so many things. But just that we've not been able to find, or we've not been able to see environment that can push us out to become the best version of ourselves. One of the best ways I usually tell my mentees, we should always involve ourselves in activities. So maybe things are going on. We are saying, oh, I want to volunteer this. Discover something you are good at. When you discover something you are good at, you have set yourself from every other person. And that place, that void that was once there, you fill that void with something, your uniqueness, innovativeness, creativity. So if you say, oh, the way they have been doing it before, I just go there, do it the way they've been doing it before, then they will not be creative. There will not be anything new that you have to do. So creativity is all about bringing newness, greatness to that place that you are. Making yourself set aside from every other person. Everybody should be quiet. Or in a situation where everybody has to be quiet, you say, oh, I don't want to be quiet. I want to be different. I want to be different. I want to set myself apart from people. That is creativity. So I should be able to set myself from people. So in this time, in the slightest time I have, I should be able to say, yes, this is what I want to do that differentiates me from other people. So take your time to analyze yourself. Discover yourself. Discover what you know, what you love doing. Maybe you love writing. Maybe you love reading. Maybe you love bringing people together. Maybe you love preaching. Maybe you love leadership. Maybe you always love activity. Maybe you always love going out, traveling. Maybe you have to find ways to fuel in a situation where you don't know what you love. You are still waiting for come from heaven before you start doing what you want to do. And there'll be a very big problem. You don't have to wait for opportunities to come. Creativity creates opportunity for you. When you are creative, opportunities that you can never imagine will start coming your way. Yes, you'll be amazed by people coming to you that, yes, this person knows how to do it. They are looking for him because of what he was able to create for himself. That is the value that you are bringing to the table. You have to create value, build value, make people feel your impact even when you are not there. Know that you have so much to offer. You are not weak, that you are a great vessel, that you possess so much potential, that you can change the world, you can change the narrative of how things are being done. You can bring light where there is no light. So every human has a creative spot, but you have to find that part. Yes, for example, Mr. A is good at this, Mr. B is good at this. Now you've observed this person is good at this. Push that person to do that. Loves. Don't chastise the person. Don't insult the person. Don't rebel the person because the person is doing what he loves. No, you should push the person to become better at what he does. Because the person has found what he loves, you should appreciate the person for doing what he's doing. But in a situation where you see someone, oh, he's doing this, I'm looking at him, all eyes are on him, who are not looking at me, it's because you did not use your gifts. So as an individual, you should value the gifts you have. What I know how to do could be different from what he knows how to do. So what should I do? I should nurture what I know how to do instead of looking at what others are doing. Always appreciate people for the good things they are doing in any way possible. Tell them you are doing well. I love what you are doing. I love your good work. You can do better. I value you. I feel you. Yes. So accept it. And this is what I know how to do well. Then when I accept what I know how to do well, the next thing is I should use that gift to help others. I always tell people that we are here to help others. That if we are still feeling that we are still feeling that, oh, so you are still feeling that, oh, it should be done this way, it should be done that way. No, we are here to help others. We are not here to nourish ourselves. Let it just be that it's all about ourselves. The happiness comes from when you make people happy. The happiness comes from when you are internally happy. You have inner happiness because you are actually making life easy for other people. When you actually make life unbearable for other people, you see the limitations that happen. So when you are creative, you are able to bring people that were never creative together. You begin to think. It is a person that thinks that can bring other people that never think before. They bring them together and they now begin to see things that they never saw before. So, like I always tell you, unleash your creativity, start being creative. So, your brains are used to solve problems. You were given a brain. The reason why you were given a brain is because your brain is like a muscle. Or call it your mind is like a more you use that muscle to do things, the muscle becomes strong. Just like you are doing exercises. When you do regular exercises, you become very good at what you are doing. It will not look like you are stressing yourself anymore because you are already doing the exercise. You are consistently doing that exercise. That is what happens when your mind is kept busy. Your mind is doing something creative. You are thinking. When you solve a problem, you have solved one problem. It never becomes difficult for you again because you've been able to solve that problem. So you should be a creative person. You should be thinking of how to solve problems. So energize your brains by doing things that can keep your mind busy. So you see some people, they sleep, they just feel, oh, nothing is happening around them. But you see time is going. Time is actually going. Other people, everyone was given 24 hours. It's still the same 24 hours that others are using, and it's still the same 24 hours you are supposed to use. So how are you using your 24 hours to far better yourself and people around you? These are questions you need to ask yourself. And you see, you need to put things in order, put your life in order and being creative by doing things that you love to do. So the first part I said you have a creative spot. But you have to unleash that creative spot by volunteering, by doing things innovatively, by making life bearable, not unbearable, making life bearable for people around you, trying your possible best to, put, your gifts. You've seen your gifts, you've seen what you love to do. You have to put it into action by doing it, by, using that gift to help people. Instead of looking at other people, look at yourself and say, yes, I'm not in competition with others. I'm in competition with myself to become the best version of myself. The next thing I will say for you today is every problem is time bound. Every problem is time bound. This implies that you see a problem today, you are good at it, you know how to solve it, and you are in an environment that needs a person that can solve that problem. Don't just sit and watch that thing. People are still searching for who can do it, and you can do it. Since you know every problem is time bound, you stand up and tell them, I know how to do it. I should own myself and declare the fact that I know how to do it. When you know you can do something, don't wait for someone to point fingers at you to do it before you do it. No, you should be able to do it. And also, try to be creative again. It comes back to creativity and innovation. You have to come out. Don't just expect things to work out for you or things to just come out like that. You have to own it, say you do it. And when you do it, what happens is people now know that you are the one that does it. So you have to always put those gifts you have into action. Put our brains to always working and ensure you know that, like I said, you know that every problem is time bound. So today they will say they need the person that can solve it. And when they don't see you, not know you doing it, you know how to do something. They ask you, come and prove it. You are unable to prove it. So creativity helps you to prove those things. You can do it even better than the way people do those things. So creativity can actually help you to achieve success. You have to be creative. You have to think beyond the way people are doing things and try to create things. Create things. Exactly. The next one is create a thinking time for yourself. Create a thinking time for yourself. This is another thing that we need to work on. Create a thinking time for yourself. What is a thinking time? Today, I say I don't want to use my phone. I don't want to work with my phone. Or possibly, I want to work with to be used. So I'll say, yes, I want to go with just my paper and my pen. And I'm going to use this to achieve a lot. Today, I'm going to take a walk without holding anything, just taking a walk and just moving around because I feel that ideas come when I'm in solitude. The ideas come when I'm just moving around trying to do certain things. Oh, I feel, I should just have conversations, creative conversations. Possibly this is where ideas come in. Or maybe I should just stay in my room without doing anything. And I begin to imagine a lot of things, create a lot of solutions to problems. These are things that we need to do on a regular basis. Sometimes we need to exercise. Maybe while you are exercising, or possibly go for swimming, begin to see ideas coming. Ideas you can never imagine. Or maybe you just need to do meditation. Imagine you see a lot of great ideas coming in at that moment. When you are dating, possibly some ideas will also be coming as well too. So a lot of things come when we decide to create and we build a creative time for ourselves, a creative time or a thinking time. Remove your brain from so much activity and give yourself some time to think. This will actually help you to achieve a lot of success. Give yourself a thinking time. Say, give yourself a thinking time. I'll still say this again. Give yourself a thinking time. A time to think. A time to do things. A time to see solutions and not problems. You see problems, but you provide solutions to these problems. So that is another thing. Create a thinking time for yourself. And this would actually help you to achieve success. And another thing is When you are working under someone and you are working for yourself, you actually achieve a lot of creativity when you are working for yourself. Because when you are working for someone, you are pushing the person's vision. But when you're working for yourself, you're actually trying new things. You are exploring options and you are seeing the way things could act for yourself. So while you are working under other people's vision, you should also be creating something for yourself that can fuel that thing you are doing. So what you are doing till everything works out for you before you start doing what you want to do. Like I've told you before, you have to try your possible time for yourself. Uh, Exercise regularly, engage in great conversations, relate with people, ask questions. Yeah, conversation is supposed to be two-sided. You're asking, you're receiving, you're talking, person is receiving. So you have to ensure that you give yourself a thinking time. You remove yourself from your phones. Yeah, phones could be a very big problem for you. Remove yourself from those chatting all the time, spending your time online without any results. Remove your mind from a lot of unnecessary things that can never help you grow. Remove your mind from those things. Activity is never productivity with a lot of activities. Your mind is just here. You are trying to, you are here. You are here. You are here. How can your mind be everywhere? Your mind should not be everywhere. Your mind be like devoting your attention to something. And what happens? You become efficient, you become effective, and you become efficient, you become effective because you've been able to understand that focus is important. You want to be creative, you know that you need to reduce the burdens on you, which can help those receptors to think clearly. You want to be creative, you are pursuing money, and you're forgetting that you want to actually bring ideas to a place. You want to do things differently, and you are watching, you are wondering how. Yes, you've forgotten that you actually need to put your mind in one place at a time. So you always have to ensure that you put your mind in a place at a time, give yourself the necessary results you deserve, and you don't worry about the way things are going for you. You always have to keep thinking and be focused. Focus is very much important. And like I said, thinking time. Sit down, get a pen, sit down, get a pen, get a paper, and think about how you can actually better the lives of people around you. Think about how you can actually better the lives of people around you. Don't just focus on what you do. Also consider that people are watching, people are looking at you, people are trying to improve and all that. You have to always try your possible best to provide solutions to problems around you. This will actually help you to achieve a lot of success along the way. So try your possible best to engage in creative conversations that bring you out to achieve success. Then another thing is positive feeds positive. It is what you think about that you become. So let your mind fill your mind with good things. You have to fill your mind with good things. Yeah, like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. How do you become creative if you don't fill your mind with great things? How do you become creative when you don't achieve a lot of things? Become creative when you are able to, fill your mind with good things. That means for a person that has to become creative, he has to be reading. Maybe these books can actually engage his mind creatively. A person that wants to be creative has to be attending programs. A person that wants to be creative has to engage in great conversations, should have good mentors, He should be researching, constantly improving in what he's doing. The person that wants to be creative has to, he has to be trying new things for himself. Innovation. The person that is creative has to go to workshops, go to different workshops and programs. The person that has to be creative or wants to be creative has to shun perfectionism. You want to be perfect all the time. The person that wants to be creative has to shun perfection. You don't have to be perfect all the time. So before you unleash your creativity, you have to work on these points. Instead, shun perfection, stop being perfect, and start practicing those things. Yeah, I have a friend, I have a person I've mentored. He learned something. He learned something. After learning these things, what happened? He kept it aside. Until Judgment Day, we called him, come and do it. Then he came in and started doing it, and he was having a lot of challenges because he never put these things into practice. When the person actually practices all these things, puts them into practice, you begin to see a lot of results along the way. So shun this whole aspect of being perfect and start putting a lot of things into practice. Don't just learn something. Like I told them, people that I always share my videos with, told them, don't just learn it, use it. And don't just use it, spread it. And a lot of lives will be impacted by what you do. But when you learn something, you abandon it. You see, a lot of people don't come, no clients. You are not even creating a community of people that will actually patronize or buy that idea you have. Then how will it work out? No way. No way it's going to work out if you don't do these things. So we have to find a possible way to let people know about what we do. And this brings me to some questions before I introduce our guest speaker. Very great. She's here already. So just ask some few questions. I'll ask you. These questions are a form of rhetorical questions, which you will ask yourself. Why? First question says, what do I now? This question is very much important. You ask yourself, what do I need now? I want to be creative. What do I really need now? Now, the next question you ask yourself is, how much do I have to get what I need? How much do I have to get what I need? So I'm saying, what do I need now? The next part says, how much do I have to get what I need? The next part says, how intentional and ready am I to plan to get what question? The first one says, what do I need now? This one says, how much do I have to get? How much do I have to get what I need now? Next one says, how intentional am I to plan to get what I need now? And how sure that if I get this, I will be satisfied? How sure that if I get this, I will be satisfied and solve all my problems? So we need to ask ourselves this question. And trust me, when you ask yourself this question, you will observe that, yes, there are a lot of things that needs to be done before I can actually become so creative and, be so useful in that place I am. I actually need to work on myself. The best form of development is personal development. The best form of development so far is self-development, personal development. Let's work on ourselves. And trust me, you are going to achieve a whole lot of success. Once more, this great life. And we have a very great woman in our midst, Sanondon Pare. Are you there? You can show your video and also come up. You are highly welcome. A very great woman, Sanondon Pare, a very great speaker. I've seen a lot of videos she does from where she is, country. And trust me, you are going to be learning a lot from her. You are going to be filled with so much and more with you all. I see a lot of traveling here and there, a lot of things, a lot of activity just to make people blessed by what she does. So once more, you're welcome, Sanondon Pare. Are you there?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, I'm there.
All right.
Hello.
Okay, it seems your
Good.
video.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Video.
My name is Sanondon. Pare. I'm from Burkina Faso and I am an engineer in water and sanitation and the president of Association of Water and Sanitation Actor 380E. And I am honored to be here today as your speaker, your guest speaker. I will share my thoughts on critical thinking and innovation as the key to unlocking personal. Uh, I will be delivering my intervention in French and English. I look forward to interacting with all of you. Okay, I uh, I give a speaker with Olivier to 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 continue.
Okay, so you are greatly welcome, Sanondon Pare. Though it seems like your video is not showing. I don't know if there is a way to do that. Is there a way to work on it?
Yes, I want to work and see. Okay.
All right, no problem. We'll proceed. We'll proceed immediately. You are greatly welcome, Sanondon Pare. And once more, this great topic is one that a lot of people are asking about it. How can I improve? How can I become the creative, the best, the most creative version of myself? How can I unleash my potential? That was why we decided that we organize this program to make us become creative, engage in creative innovation, and know how critical thinking and innovation can actually make us grow personally. That is one thing that we are going to be interacting on today. Once more, you are welcome. And I'm going to start from this first question, which says critical thinking and growth. And another great thing is, yes, for the audience, this program is going to be in English and in French. So we apologize for that. This is the first time we are having this, but I am so happy because it's a very good step in a good direction because we are talking on critical thinking and innovation and we are doing something innovative. So the first thing about thinking and problem solving.
For me, critical thinking is the ability to. Okay. For me, critical thinking is the ability to analyze situation carefully before making decision. For me, it is about asking the right question and not rushing to conclusion. Problem solving goes in hand with it because when we think critically, we can find solutions that are more effective, sustainable, and inclusive. I go to French. Si je prends un exemple concernant mon projet bio-anigaz, j'ai eu à rencontrer des difficultés. Mais je n'ai pas abandonné à cause des difficultés parce que il manquait de financement, de matériel pour commencer et tout. Mais je n'ai pas abandonné. Euh, j'ai pris le problème en solution. J'ai vu ça dans une autre perspective et c'est comme ça que j'ai pu utiliser des solutions locaux pour pouvoir réaliser ce projet-là. Donc, j'espère que j'ai répondu à la question.
Awesome, awesome. Once more, I must say, you spoke really well on this. So we all have to engage our minds by thinking critically, by solving problems, because there are so many problems around us. But a lot of us, we always close our eyes. We don't see them. We don't see them as potential things that can be done, potential things that we can solve. to create a very great, a very great community for ourselves. So you ask yourself, what am I doing about the problems I'm seeing around me? What am I doing about it? How am I engaging my mind to solve these problems? I'll give an instance. In an environment, you know that there is no good school around. There is no valuable school around. That you are so good, you are very great at education. You know that education is a very great thing that needs to be done. Education can be done, a school can be created in that place. But you said, I'm giving a deaf ear to this. It's not important. What you are supposed to do is, since you know that this is my field, this is what I'm good at, this is my area, I can, create or solve the problem. That's what we need to work on. Solving problems is very much important. Let's solve problems. And this, like Sanondon said, we have to be creative and solve problems. It will help us to make the world a better place. Okay, ask yourself this question. God created you already existing before you came. Now you are now living the world the way it was before. No, that is not how it's supposed to be. What you ask before, even when I've left, people still remember. Critically think critically about the kind of solution you can provide to these problems you are seeing around you. Don't just leave it there to just be there watching it and all that. You are a creative person. You have a mind that can achieve a lot of things. Sit down, bring people of like minds together, and solve these problems. Just like Sanondon Pare said. So another question which we have here says, can you share some practical strategies to turn problems into an advantage? Can you share some strategies? Possibly, I know with your wealth of experience, you could let us know about how you were able to turn some of these problems you see around you, maybe over there, into an advantage. Sanondon, are you there? Okay, so since the mic is not working for now, but let's stay with her. Let's listen to her. She's going to speak right away. And you see, when you see problems around you, you always have to scout. You always have to think of ways to do things creatively. You understand? So, first thing I always tell people, still on this, says go out and scout for problems. Scout for you are gifted to solve. Scout for problems. In that place, find the problem. You just sit down, analyze. Oh, they need this. Oh, they need that. They need this. They need that. You have listed all of them in your book. Now you now look at your financial status, because problems need money. Actually, there's always It's good to get ideas. I have so much ideas and all that, but just know that every problem there is always a sacrifice, either financial or attention wise. There is always a sacrifice that must be paid to ensure that that problem is solved. So you need to also look at your financial status. You don't have the required resources. Then you will not go back and say, oh, my friends, maybe people already have a team. Work on this. I need to engage people and all that. I need to bring people together so we can solve this problem as a joint problem. So something that we should always think about, we should analyze, understand that it's not just all about having problems. You have to want to turn your problem into an advantage. What will you do? You first of all scout for the problem. You know the problem. Then to turn it into an advantage, you have to know that yes, this is what I'm going to focus my attention on, and I'm going to deliver on it. And when I solve it, I make it my problem. I make it my solution. I can own it and say, yes, this is what I want to focus on. I want to use this to far better people around me. No, no, Sanondon, are you there now? Are you there? If you are there, but seems like your network is not so stable. But let's try our best to turn our problems to our own. Yes, you see a lot of businesses right now, businesses around the countries and all that. Uh, all these businesses came from a single idea that someone created. It came from a single idea. The person brought this idea, and then he now owns idea. So not just all about saying, oh, this is a problem, this, that. No, how a solution, I will not say I own the solution. Yes. So that is one thing that we should always consider. But Sanondon, is it possible for you to log out and log in again? Just try to do that. So that you'll be able to join and proceed. So the problem you have to work on it, and then you will see a lot of results along the way. And another thing which I have for you, a very valuable point. You have to take note of these points. You see that it will actually help you in the long run. So before you want to become a creative person, or before you unleash your potential, you have to know that you need to immerse yourself in life activities. Immerse yourself in your life activities. Like for example, we are working under someone, and it deviates us from what we actually want to do. It deviates us from what we actually want to do. We want to do this and that, but because we are working for someone, we no longer have time for what we want to do again. And there is already a problem. So we should immerse ourselves in our daily activities. This is what can actually drive productivity. If you immerse yourself in what you are doing, you will be able to think of great ideas in that particular thing. If you actually love, you are passionate about what you are doing, ideas will come regularly because you are involved. So it's not just all about saying, I'm sitting down and working here. No, don't just work in a place. Don't just sit down as a regular person in that place. That's not how it's supposed to be. You can do something that can make things even better while you are in that place. That's why I said immerse yourself in your activities. Do things that do things the way you planned it. You plan to do something, do things the way you planned it, and prioritize your function. Prioritize your function. You want to do something, do it. You were given a role, play it. And don't just play it. Sit down and find ways to even make that role very juicy and attractive. People will be like, wow, that role is good. That person is smart. That person is great. That is where creativity comes in. You prioritize what you decided that you want to do. Choose it. Choose something over others. You are saying you want to do something for yourself, then you now forget about it. Have a vision that is smart, a vision that is time bound, a vision that is possible to achieve, not an ambiguous one. Have something that can make you think, okay, let me say this. If your vision does not keep you up at night, if what you are doing does not make you think, when you are sleeping, you have sleep dreams, like you just sleep to an extent, you just like, I've not achieved this, I've not achieved this. You know that you're actually thinking how to solve something. And when you know that, and you know that deep down, this thing I'm not the only one that can actually solve this problem anymore, then you have to bring or work with people that are creative enough that can make what you have in mind work. Think about it. So it's not just all about, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, I solve the problem? How can I do something differently for people around me? This is something that we need to always ask ourselves. Think about it. Like I said, immerse yourself. Another point, meditate and think creatively. Meditate. You sit down on the ground or you sit down without doing anything, thinking, oh, how? Why? How can I? How can I do this? You just sit down even without saying anything. And like this thing, okay. You are putting things together. You close your eyes, putting things together, trying to picture where everything is going, how, in the years to come, how can you do this? How can you do that? When you meditate, you see your brain really refreshing, getting a lot of ideas. It happens a lot that a lot of people, don't really feel the need to meditate. They don't really feel the need to think anymore. They now engage in things that thinks for them. They now work with AI. They now work with AI. AI now thinks for them. AI is now their brains. We are now in a world where young people no longer know how to solve mathematics anymore. Young people don't know how to think anymore, how to be problem solvers. What they are now focused on is how they can go to A. You see, another thing I tell people is you don't have to always use AI. You don't have to always use these platforms. You can sit down and give yourself a definition based on your understanding. And when you do this, you make yourself definitions. They give things. They give a lot of things. Because this is the definition, the generic definition. Google gives you a generic definition. ChatGPT gives you a generic definition. Zero AI gives you a generic definition. YouTube videos gives you a generic definition. But then you can think, you now see that you can actually create your own definition. And that definition is not too far from what AI and others gave, but it makes yours unique. So meditate and think creatively. Another thing, have time, be away from and reflect. Give yourself time to pause and reflect. You are doing things. You are very great. Yes. No one is saying you are not valuable. Of course, this is 2025. This is September 2025. Are my activities really productive? New? Am I really living for a purpose? Am I really trying to do things uniquely? Am I really trying to do things better? Am I really doing things better? These are things that we always have to consider. Take your time to pause and reflect. Pause and reflect on your activities. Sit down and imagine if you continue this way, would things actually work well for you? I say, take your time to pause and reflect. Don't be too fast in your decisions. Don't be too fast in your judgment. Don't be too fast in doing things. You can actually sit down and listen to other people. Yes, you are creative, you are good, you are smart, you are this, you are that. But also take some time to think. Take some time to do things better. All right. You are welcome, Sanondon Pare. Can you speak now? Can you speak now? Because it seems you're not working. Your mic is still not working. Are you there? So try leaving and joining again. Just try to leave the call and join again. Let's see the response you get. Are you there? Just try to leave and join again. Yes. Okay. So while she joins the call, like I said, all right, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are welcome.
Okay, I'm there.
Okay, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it seems the network is really weak, so we've been happy with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yes, you can continue to question number 2. Over here.
all right. We move to question 2, which
Yes.
says, could you share some practical strategies to turn
Mm-hmm.
problems into an advantage? Yes.
Okay, one strategy is reframing, seeing a problem as an opportunity to learn. Another is collaboration. When we face challenges, asking for help or working in a team often bring new perspectives. Finally, I believe in taking small, actionally steps instead of waiting for the perfect solution. This turns problem into a process of growth. And if I go to French, for exemple, nous voyons des jeunes qui transforment en fait des problèmes en solutions. Par exemple, ceux qui transforment les déchets plastiques en énergie, en pavé. Il y en a qui utilisent les déchets organiques pour produire du biogaz. Donc, tout ça, ce sont des stratégies pratiques pour en fait transformer les problèmes en avantages. I think I respond to question.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bear with me. I'm not, but yes, it's very great, learning from you, great woman. And we'll be moving on to the next question, which says, how can one involve critical thinking in unlocking personal growth? How can one involve critical thinking in unlocking personal growth?
Okay, personal growth requires us to reflect on our action, choice, and goal. Critical thinking allows us to identify what is working and what is not. By questioning our habits and assumptions, we can make better decisions and avoid repeating mistakes. It helps us grow with intention instead of by change. That is the response that I have to share with you.
Thank you so much, Sanondon. Merci beaucoup, madame. And yes, you're welcome. So I will just say that
Mm.
when engaging creative conversations, we should not just look down on that small idea we have on our mind. Now, I will tell you it's small. No idea whatsoever is small. It is just your thinking that determines how big that idea is. Everything is all about the mentality. They're like, it's not good, it's not great. For this, there are some persons that actually are looking for these great ideas you have to fund them. To fund them. So you have to engage in critical thinking, start solving problems, solve them in the little way possible. And maybe eyes now begin to see you. Eyes begin to see you. and they are interested in funding you. They are interested in even helping you, interested in sponsoring you. You have to engage in critical thinking and don't be in a place where your thoughts are not valued. Don't be in a place where your thoughts are not valued. Maybe you are working in a place and whenever you bring your ideas, your thoughts, and they are like, no, sit down, sit down, sit down. It's not useful. No, 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 it's not needed. And when you are in that place, you know there is already a problem that you can never grow in that place. You have to be in a place that you grow over time, that they are nurturing you, they are telling you, let's do this, let's do that. People are even they are informing you, they are telling you, let's try again, let's improve. And you know you're in the right place, in the right room. You don't need to be in a room where you are not growing, where your skills are not valued, and try to think different. Everybody, we're all different. Everyone is different. Everyone is unique in one way or the other. That's where tell you that the way you think is not it's too low, it's not valuable. Then you know that you are great, you are good. Because people love to see people, they love to see their kind. But actually you are different. So anybody that is saying you can't work with you, then you know that person is not a kind of person, not the kind of person you associate with. So for you to have to relate to someone of your level, no, you have to relate with someone that is can always tap something from that person. That is one thing I always want people about. So it's so great learning from Sanondon as well too. So another question says, what do you think about innovation and creativity? What do you think about
For,
innovation and creativity?
for me, innovation and creativity are powerful tools for progress. I see them as the ability to create something new or improve what already exists. They are not limited to big inventions. Even small creative ideas in daily life can change our future. When young people embrace creativity, they unlock possibilities beyond what seems normal. Je prends un exemple d'innovation de créativité. Je suis promotrice d'une entreprise, l'entreprise Bioanigas, et l'innovation ne résidait pas seulement à créer quelque chose de nouveau, mais d'utiliser quelque chose qui existait pour adapter aux communautés locales. Nous savons tous que le biogaz existe déjà et l'innovation que moi j'apporte, c'est d'embouteiller le biogaz dans des bouteilles de 6 kg et 12 kg comme le gaz butane afin de le proposer à la communauté. Donc, c'est un peu ça l'innovation ou la créativité. Il faut savoir s'entourer de personnes qui peuvent nous aider qui nous inspirent et qui peut nous aider à libérer notre esprit créatif. Il faut avoir un esprit ouvert pour pouvoir innover et créer. Thank you.
Ouh là là, c'est bon, c'est bon. Merci beaucoup, madame. Thank you so much. Yeah, so nice, so nice, and so great learning from you today. And I must say, for me, I will also go and do my research as well to learn more and improve in my language speaking as well too. So nice, so nice. And yes, creative,
Mm.
improve, work on yourself. If you're struggling in 2024, 2025 is almost gone. You have to think smart, you have to act wisely, and you have to do things differently. And another thing that also relates to this creativity and creativity and innovation is embracing responsibilities. Embracing responsibilities. So under this, you are not too big. You are not too big to accept the responsibility. You to do things differently. You are not too big to be told to do something because normally in every situation we are always going to be under a system. We are always going to be under someone. That is one thing that we all need to take note of. We are always going to be under a body. We are always going to be under an association. We are all under God. We are all under a supreme being. So we have to take note that whenever we are given responsibility, it is not to spite us. It is not to make us feel bad about ourselves. It's not to make you feel like you are the greatest man alive. No, it's to tell you that you are valuable in that organization. And that's to tell you that you can actually grow through that situation. So whenever you are given a responsibility to do something, that is the best opportunity you have to grow. That is the best opportunity you have to grow. So embrace opportunities, see them as an opportunity to learn and improve. And another thing I keep telling people is be good. But when you bring it out to people, they may see it as good, but they may also want to chip in some other points to it. And this makes the idea work fine. But when you don't embrace responsibilities, you don't want to accept what people say or what people think about it, you may actually end up doing it on your own and you don't get results from it. But when you embrace other people's opinion and embrace responsibility, you begin to see the need to also work on the idea, remodel the idea to fit the target audience or customers. So embrace responsibility. This will help us in the long run of success. Take note, you are very great. You are very special. And those ideas you have in you are very valuable. You can achieve a lot of things, a lot of great things. But the only thing that needs to be done is you need to embrace responsibility and you need to critically think. Critically think. Then you need to critically think and stay healthy thinking. You are thinking about this, you are thinking about that. Is an healthy person that can achieve success. You may have done so many things, achieved a lot on earth, you have so much money, but when you are not healthy, you will not be able to enjoy. So while you are working, also give yourself some time to rest. I talked about personal reflection in the beginning. While you are working, also give yourself some time to rest. To rest. It's very much important. Yes, you want to do it, you want to do that. Your body, your body is not a machine. Your body is not a machine. That means you have to rest. So you rest while you are resting. Possibly some ideas may be coming and all that. Drink water, eat fruits, take vegetables, take yourself out for the little wins, the small wins you have. Always reward yourself for the small wins. Whatsoever win you have, whatsoever thing you achieve, reward yourself for it. A lot of people think a lot and all that, but we always need to reward ourselves. Sometimes you may have great ideas, you may have so many things you've done, but one thing is some persons may not really value those ideas and those things. But I want you to take note that even if they don't value those ideas, you are still a very much important tool, very much important person in that place. That means you are valuable. You have so much to give to the world out there. So don't relent in what you are doing. Never relent in your activities. Always ensure that you put in your best in that place you are. Don't be the normal person. Don't just be that person that takes average and that just accepts anything that comes to him or her. You should be the type that thinks differently and is always ready to accept responsibilities every moment of his life. So I'm going to drop the main points, all the points we talked about. We have the first point which says immerse yourself in your daily activities. That's a very valuable point. The next one says meditate and think creatively. Very much important point. Be a way sometimes to pause and reflect. Take some time to pause and reflect. always try to think differently, willing to fail and improve. I've worked with someone who does not really believe in failure, but at the end of the day, I discovered that the reason why he's not doing it is because he thought that he knows it all. No, we don't know it all the time. We have to accept or embrace failure as an opportunity to improve. It's very much important for us to embrace failure, see failures as normal, as a good thing. Because when you fail, you will know that this is what you did wrongly. This is what I did wrongly. So embrace failure as an opportunity to improve as well too. Sanondon, are you there now? Are you there? Are you there now?
Yes, I am there.
Can you hear me?
Sorry. Yes.
All right, awesome,
Yes.
awesome. So we'll ask the next question, which says, how can one unlock his creativity? Will you share some points on this? How one unlocks creativity?
Okay. For me, creativity comes when we allow ourselves to be curious and explore without fear of failure. Reading, traveling, meeting, observing nature can spark ideas. Also creating a routine of writing down thoughts helps include hidden creativity. The key is to stay open-minded. Donc, je disais que la créativité, pour pouvoir créer la créativité, il faut être dans un environnement qui nous permet d'être vraiment créatif, d'avoir l'esprit ouvert, être créatif. Il faut que je me retrouve dans un environnement où j'arrive à observer la nature. Par exemple, le parc Bangalore ici pour observer la nature et avoir vraiment un contact euh, avec ce qui me permet d'être créatif. Donc, chacun doit arriver à identifier ce qui lui permet d'avoir l'esprit ouvert, d'être beaucoup créatif. Donc, c'est aussi, il faut avoir des mentors qui nous inspirent et qui nous aident à développer encore plus le côté créatif. Thank you. Hi.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Merci beaucoup, madame. Merci beaucoup. You're greatly welcome. And it's so nice learning from you. Like you said, be curious.
Yeah.
Be curious. Be curious. That's a very valid point. Have that hunger to learn. Have that hunger, that desire to improve. That is one valid point. So it's very rare. It's very rare to see people that are very curious about something. But if you see students that are really curious about something, you can join them a lot actually because they give you that attention. And that is one thing that a lot of teachers, a lot of people that impart people, coaches, a lot of people they love to see students that are, they want to learn, they want to improve. So curiosity is a very great point that we need to work on as a person. So if you want to learn something, be curious about it. Be ready to know it to the end. Be ready to know it to the end. Don't just accept the little aspect that you still need to look for more. Why not just get more? Why not just get more? So once more, merci, Sanondon. The last point, the last question, which says could you share some strategic steps people can adopt to grow personally and professionally? Could you share some strategic
Okay.
steps people can adopt to grow personally and professionally?
Okay. A strategy that people can adopt to grow personally and professionally is set clear goals, know where we want to go, and invest in learning. Take course, read books, and stay up to it. Build networks, surround yourself with people who inspire you. Practice resilience, accept failure as part of success, and give back, sharing knowledge and supporting other help you grow too. Donc, je disais que pour les stratégies pour pouvoir grandir personnellement et professionnellement, il faut avoir des objectifs clairs, d'où tu viens et savoir où tu vas aller. Il faut aussi dans l'apprentissage parce que quand on apprend beaucoup, on arrive à développer notre esprit créatif, à avoir l'esprit ouvert. Nous avons des certifications gratuites actuellement sur LinkedIn et que les utiliser pour apprendre davantage. Il faut avoir un réseau vraiment de personnes qui vous inspirent, des personnes qui pourront vous tenir la main ou vous amener encore plus haut. Il faut aussi pratiquer la résilience, savoir que le succès, il faut passer par l'étape de l'échec. L'échec n'est pas un fait en soi, mais ça doit vous permettre de vous améliorer, de prendre ça comme un avantage et avancer. Il faut aussi apprendre à aider les gens, à partager ce que nous avons. Si on arrive à partager ce que nous avons avec les autres, ça va nous permettre d'apprendre plus et de nous développer. Donc, c'est ce que j'avais à dire. Thank you.
You are welcome. You are greatly welcome, Sanondon, Pare. I must confess that I really learned a lot today, and also believe that our audience also learned a lot today. So for the if you have any question for us today, feel free to drop them in the comment section. Feel free to engage with us, and also for my connections on LinkedIn, feel free to connect with our great leader and a great engineer, the person of Sanondon Pare, who is also very great at what she does. She's doing a very good work. I saw a lot of good things she's doing on LinkedIn, and I decided that I should reach out to her and also, give her access to this great community of, wonderful young individuals in our youth development show. So, Sanondon, I'm really happy and glad to have you today. And once more, I really do appreciate you for staying with us in this program. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Thank you, Victor, and Hall of Future Theatre Institute for giving me this opportunity to share my perspective. I strongly believe that with critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration, young people like us can create innovation solution and shape a better future. I'm grateful for this interactive way to stay connected and learn more from each other. Together, we can make a lasting impact. Thank you.
You are greatly welcome. Once more, thank you so much, Sanondon Pare, and thank you so much to our sponsor and the person of Longting Enterprise, Oliver Wenner, Netiga. Thank you so much to Michael. Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you so much to Jean Christian Ridoni, and thank you so much to Vanessa Martins. Thank you to Precious Emmanuel. Thank you so much to Jemilat, Umar. And thank you to so many wonderful persons who, in one way or the other, have always supported us to continue. Tell you that we have great things coming up very soon, and you will be informed about what we are working on. So feel free to reach out to us anytime, any day. Also, we'll display our phone number on the screen for anyone who wants to reach out to our guest. I noticed we have a guest in our midst, the person of Frank. So I don't know, Frank, is it possible for you to mute your mic if you are there to I don't know if you could introduce yourself before we wrap up this program. Got in contact with us. Yes, Sanondon. Are you there? I just added you to the stream. If you are there. have 1 minute. You are there to
Okay.
quickly chip in one or two things.
Okay.
Is he or there? I just added you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay.
I want to thank Theatre Institute and you, Olivier, Victor. Thank you for this opportunity, and I am grateful for this interactive, and together we can make a lasting impact.
You are greatly
Donc
welcome.
merci
And definitely
beaucoup.
welcome. You're welcome, Frank. There is Frank there. I know. Seems person is not there. Anyway, once more, thank you so much. And Sanondon, we are definitely achieving of greater opportunities and collaborations with you. And thank you so much to everyone who has been with us throughout this live program. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Victor Otasowie Future Setters Institute, and also feel free to engage with our LinkedIn profile as well too, Victor Otasowie, and also we have a LinkedIn page as well too, which is Future Setters Institute. So you can engage with it and see you in our next program, which is next week. Next week, we're going to have a very great program as well too, where we're inviting a wonderful person. Yeah, she's filled with so much, and she's going to be talking about leadership. We're going to be talking on leadership, and it's still going to be same time, still in this same platform by 3 p.m. West African time. See you again next week, Sunday. Also, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Let's have a great conversation together. I'm sure you learned a lot. See you next time. Thank you so much, everyone.